When you start detaching from someone, whether it's a friend, a partner, or a family member, you initiate a process that is both empowering and enlightening. It's a journey that forces you to confront your emotions, reassess your priorities, and ultimately rediscover yourself. In today's video, we'll explore the profound effects of detachment, how it can transform your life, reshape your relationships, and align you with the principles of Stoicism. So, if you've ever wondered what happens when you start pulling away from someone, stay tuned. This might just be the most important lesson you learn today. Chapter 1. Understanding detachment. To truly understand what happens when you start detaching from someone, we must first define what detachment really means. Detachment, in its essence, is the ability to distance oneself emotionally from the outcome of a situation or relationship. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent, but rather about maintaining your emotional balance regardless of external circumstances. In Stoicism, this concept is referred to as apatheia, a state of being free from destructive emotions. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. Detachment is a crucial part of this philosophy, as it allows us to observe our emotions without becoming enslaved by them. But why would you want to detach from someone in the first place? The reasons can vary. Maybe the relationship has become toxic, perhaps you've grown apart, or it could be that you've simply realized that your happiness and self-worth should not be tied to another person. Whatever the reason, detachment is a tool that helps you reclaim your personal power. Chapter 2. The immediate effects of detachment. The moment you start detaching from someone, you might feel a mix of emotions: relief, anxiety, fear, or even guilt. These emotions are natural and part of the process. Initially, detachment can feel like a loss, especially if you've been heavily invested in the relationship. You might worry about how the other person will react or whether you're making the right decision. However, one of the first things you'll notice is a sense of relief. By choosing to detach, you're releasing the burden of trying to control someone else's behavior or emotions. You no longer have to expend energy worrying about how they feel, what they think, or what they might do. This relief is your first taste of the freedom that comes with detachment. Next, you'll begin to experience clarity. Without the constant noise of someone else's influence, you can think more clearly about your own needs, desires, and goals. You may start to see the relationship for what it really is, rather than what you wished it could be. This clarity can be both liberating and sobering, as it often reveals truths that were obscured by emotional attachment. Chapter 3. The emotional roller coaster. Detachment is not a linear process. It's more like a roller coaster with its ups and downs. After the initial relief, you may find yourself confronted with a wave of emotions: sadness, anger, loneliness, or even regret. These emotions are part of the healing process and should not be ignored. The Stoics teach us that emotions are natural and that we should not suppress them. Instead, we should observe them without judgment and allow them to pass through us like a wave. By doing so, we prevent ourselves from being overwhelmed by these emotions and can instead use them as a tool for growth. During this phase, you might be tempted to reconnect with the person you're detaching from, especially if you're feeling lonely or nostalgic. It's important to remember that these feelings are temporary. Detachment is about reclaiming your independence and learning to be content within yourself. Giving in to the temptation to reconnect may only prolong the emotional turmoil. One technique that can help during this phase is mindfulness. By staying present and focusing on your breath, you can create a sense of calm and distance from the intensity of your emotions. This practice is aligned with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, your mind and your reactions. Chapter 4. Rebuilding your identity. As you continue to detach, you'll begin to rediscover who you are outside of the relationship. This is a powerful and transformative phase. You'll start to engage more with your own interests, hobbies, and passions. The energy that was once consumed by the relationship is now available for you to invest in yourself. Rebuilding your identity is a crucial step in the process of detachment. It's about reconnecting with your core values and understanding what truly matters to you. In many cases, people realize that they had lost touch with their authentic selves while trying to maintain the relationship. Detachment gives you the space to rediscover and nurture that authenticity. This phase is also about setting boundaries, both with others and with yourself. You learn to protect your energy and prioritize your well-being. The boundaries you establish are not about keeping others out, but about ensuring that your needs and values are respected. This is a key principle in Stoicism, where the focus is on living in accordance with your true nature. Chapter 5. Strengthening emotional resilience. Detachment also builds emotional resilience. By distancing yourself from the emotional highs and lows of a relationship, you develop the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. You learn to trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, without being dependent on someone else for validation or support. This resilience is a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that true strength comes from within and that external circumstances should not dictate our inner state. When you detach, you're not just withdrawing from a relationship, you're fortifying your mind and spirit. Over time, you'll notice that you become less reactive to situations that would have previously upset or frustrated you. You'll find that you're able to maintain your inner peace even when faced with difficult people or challenging circumstances. This is the power of emotional resilience. It allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. Chapter 6. Gaining perspective on the relationship. One of the most profound effects of detachment is the perspective it gives you on the relationship. When you're emotionally invested, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. You might idealize the other person or ignore red flags because you're too close to the situation. Detachment allows you to step back and see the relationship for what it really was, both the good and the bad. You can objectively assess whether the relationship was healthy, whether it was serving your growth, and whether it was aligned with your values. This perspective is invaluable because it helps you make more informed decisions in the future. You're less likely to repeat the same mistakes or fall into the same patterns. Instead, you can move forward with a deeper understanding of what you want and need from your relationships. In Stoicism, this kind of perspective is known as the view from above. It's the ability to see things from a higher vantage point, free from the distortions of emotional attachment. By practicing detachment, you're cultivating this perspective and gaining the clarity needed to live a more intentional and fulfilling life. Chapter 7. The impact on the other person. When you start detaching, the other person will inevitably notice the change. They might feel confused, hurt, or even threatened by your newfound independence. It's important to remember that their reaction is not your responsibility. Your journey of detachment is about you, not them. In some cases, the other person might try to pull you back into the relationship. They may use guilt, manipulation, or charm to regain control. This is a test of your resolve and a crucial moment in your journey. Stand firm in your decision to detach and remember why you chose this path in the first place. On the other hand, the other person might respect your decision and give you the space you need. This can be a sign of a healthy relationship where both parties are capable of respecting each other's boundaries. In such cases, detachment doesn't necessarily mean the end of the relationship. It can actually lead to a healthier, more balanced dynamic. Ultimately, how the other person reacts is out of your control. What matters is how you handle the situation. By staying true to your decision and maintaining your boundaries, you're reinforcing your commitment to your own well-being and growth. Chapter 8. Embracing the freedom of detachment. Detachment is often seen as a loss, but in reality, it's a form of liberation. When you detach from someone, you're freeing yourself from the constraints of dependency, expectation, and emotional turmoil. You're giving yourself the gift of freedom. Freedom to live according to your own values, to pursue your own dreams, and to find happiness within yourself. This freedom is empowering because it puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. You're no longer at the mercy of someone else's moods, actions, or decisions. Instead, you're in control of your own happiness and well-being. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from within, that it's not about external circumstances, but about mastering our own minds. By practicing detachment, you're aligning yourself with this philosophy and taking a major step towards living a more autonomous and fulfilling life. Embrace this freedom and use it as an opportunity to grow, explore, and evolve. The world is full of possibilities, and detachment gives you the space to discover them. It's a journey of self-discovery, empowerment, and ultimately a deeper connection with your true self. Chapter 9. Detachment as a path to inner peace. One of the greatest gifts of detachment is the inner peace that comes with it. When you're no longer tied to the emotional ups and downs of a relationship, you create space for calm and tranquility to enter your life. This inner peace is not just the absence of conflict, but a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment that comes from within. In Stoicism, inner peace is the ultimate goal. It's the state of being where you're no longer disturbed by external events because you've learned to control your reactions to them. Detachment is a crucial step on the path to this inner peace, as it allows you to cultivate a mind that is calm, centered, and resilient. As you continue to practice detachment, you'll notice that your inner peace grows stronger. You'll become less affected by the actions and opinions of others, and more grounded in your own sense of self. This peace will radiate outwards, influencing not just your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Inner peace is a priceless gift, and detachment is one of the most effective ways to achieve it. By letting go of attachment, you're making room for serenity, clarity, and a deeper connection to the present moment. This is the essence of Stoic living life of wisdom, tranquility, and purpose. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of what happens when you start detaching from someone. I hope this video has given you some valuable insights and inspired you to embrace the power of detachment in your own life. Remember, detachment is not about losing someone, it's about finding yourself. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from this message. Until next time, take care and keep cultivating your inner peace.